Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including the Quantum Zone, this Saturday the 3rd, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
Poor Ray Ray.
Hey, man, I was just calling him out. All right, kids, welcome back to another week of We Are the Night. the
Batman podcast.
We're back. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, an eternal scourge of Gotham. It is.
You know it. Lilith Hellfire.
That's right, kids. And this time, we're going to talk Siege from Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 132 through 136. Which I'd forgotten this story, and for some reason I thought it was older, but nope. Well, older than it is. It's like 24 years old, but still. I thought it was even more of a fossil. Maybe it's
one more year and I can date it.
Oh, damn. Maybe it's just the Marshall Rogers art just threw me off because big Batman artist of the 70s. I think he has a, maybe he just likes drawing a certain character. It seems like anytime there's except for the Kevin Smith stuff, anytime there's a Silver St. Cloud story, there's Marshall Rogers. All right. All right, should we get those?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, kids. So, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 132 from August 2000, Siege Part 1 Assembly. Writer Archie Goodwin, penciler Marshall Rogers, inker Bob Wycheck.
Oh my God, Archie, what are you doing here?
Colorist Dan Vazzo and letterer Willie Schubert. God. Colonel Brass packs to leave his post in the Middle East where he has been training soldiers on behalf of a dictator.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
I know. Which dictator? Doesn't matter.
Nah.
Aren't they all? Tate, where are you? His contract expired at 0900 that morning, and he isn't interested in staying to fight those same soldiers who have now become rebels and are about to take the city.
Damn, just really, truly, the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Some things never go out of style.
We just never learn.
The dictator orders the men still loyal to him to kill Brass, but he is prepared. He summons a helicopter which flies up behind him and begins firing, killing the soldiers. And this is before September 11th. This is 2000.
Babes, we've always been in a war in the Middle East. Don't know how to tell you this. It's something called oil.
I mean, we've always been in a war, period. That's maybe we were never at war. The pilot, Nightbird, tells him that
indigenous people. It was only the indigenous people that lived here. We were totally fine on this continent.
I know.
After that, things went downhill.
The pilot, Nightbird, tells him that Priest and the cowboys have secured the dictator's escape craft, but with the rebels moving in, it isn't a long-term proposition. Brass says little is these days and fills his mind with thoughts of home. As he speaks, the dictator sneaks up behind Brass, but Brass slashes his throat. As you do.
Yeah, basically.
Batman is on patrol in Gotham City. He foils an attempted execution of a mobster by a rival gang before heading back to the Wayne Foundation. He changes and goes into the penthouse where he discovers Alfred is missing. Yes, kids, this is set in the 70s when he was living in the penthouse.
You know, we really should. They tried to visit it very recently, and I didn't like it. I don't know what it was about that particular story, but I usually get excited for that, but it was just like, no.
Yeah, we might have to do more 70s stuff next year. been jonesing for some pre-crisis stuff.
I do not blame you, sir. Same.
So yeah, let's expect some of that, kids. Alfred Pennyworth is visiting the abandoned Wayne Manor. He stares up at the portrait of Thomas and Martha Wayne, as we all do, before covering it up.
His favorite. He was like when he was in a throuple.
Whoa.
If you know, you know.
I know. He was polishing more than the silver, kids. He stares up at the portrait of he then does the same for the portrait of Thomas's father, Jack Wayne. Keep that in your hat. He then leaves
Feather in your cap.
Exactly. Colonel Brass and Nightbird are staying in the Hotel Metropolis. He has a picture of Wayne Manor in hand, and she asks him if he's considering buying the place now that they've closed it up. He isn't. His interest in Wayne Manor runs much deeper than buying or selling. He tells her to burn the photograph while he dresses up for his meeting. Oates and Struthers, the Cowboys, I think I remember their hits from the 70s, are meanwhile cleaning up a crime scene to frame the Skulls, a rival gang, while debating Western movies. They finish up and drive away to commit a drive-by shooting against the demons, which will look like payback for the Skulls' supposed attack. Priest is threatening a mob bookkeeper inside the Syndicate collection point after killing the mob soldiers protecting him. Once the bookkeeper tosses the money to him, he will pull the pin on the grenade. The bookkeeper can then grab Priest's knife and try to fight his way out. The bookkeeper tosses him the bag. After a moment, Priest walks out of the exploding building with the bag. The bookkeeper is nowhere in sight. He tells Colonel Brass that this city is poor hunting grounds for a worthy foe.
Don't say that.
Yeah, don't challenge somebody's manhood. Batman is in the city prison quelling a riot because it's probably Wednesday. The authorities have contained the riot by pulling out the guards and leaving the prisoners to fight each other before the guards release knockout gas. He heads into the security wing where he finds the mobster he rescued the other night dead and hanging from the ceiling by a rope tied around his ankles.
I bet.
Gotham goodbye. Okay. Batman meets Commissioner Gordon at the docks where he tells him the riot was instigated to silence the mobster. Batman is shocked that Gordon seems so cavalier about the ensuing gang war, but Gordon's mind is on the car being dragged out of the water. There was a drive-by shooting last night. Teenagers were killed. Teenagers. Inside the car, Merkel finds a cloth in demon colors, and since the driver shot at Skulls, that means there will be 2 gang wars. Colonel Brass is having dinner in Stuffy.
Wait, were you just having a fetish for gang wars? Is that what it was?
No, it's just a happy coincidence.
Scroll on over to the main Capes feed to understand that joke.
Well, it's some things never go out of style. Colonel Brass.
Now, this is what the Penguin should have been based on. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Colonel Brass is having dinner in the stuffiest restaurant in Metropolis with Silver St. Cloud.
Convenient, maybe.
She marvels at his influence, keeping the restaurant open past closing and getting them to serve a dessert not on the menu. But she can't accept the job he is offering. She likes the challenge of the job, though she personally disapproves of his business, but she can't go back to Gotham. It has painful associations for her. He takes that as a challenge to change her mind. As they leave the restaurant, Silver asks Brass if she's an appealing woman. He responds, and then some.
Hubba. Auga. I mean, really, truly.
Well, dear, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're
superior puss.
On the street, she tells
money to boot.
Exactly. On the street, she tells him that she's that can boost a Gotham 7 to a 10. Come on. On the street, she tells him she's going to get a taxi because it's never too soon to begin planning if she's going to accept his offer. Colonel Brass gets his car and takes off his wig before pulling out a tabloid photo of Silver out with Bruce Wayne. He tells the driver to take him back to the hotel. A soldier can rest for tomorrow's action. Bruce is working out in the penthouse when Alfred returns from his errand to the manor. Bruce says they need to settle into the Wayne Foundation because it's their home now, but Alfred can't bring himself to consider the penthouse home. Bruce argues that the penthouse is more convenient.
I don't have any throuple memories here.
But Bruce says the penthouse is more convenient for his activities as Batman. He knows he knows what that museum means to Alfred, but Alfred cuts him off. Does Bruce know what Wayne Manor means to him?
Yeah.
Oh, mental gymnastics. Okay. At the Valleyside Armory in Metropolis, Colonel Brass tells his followers his plan. He has hired Silver St. Cloud to plan a convention for mercenaries. Their line of work is dying out, but with this convention, they can assemble and supply an army that will lay siege to Gotham, loot and gut it, and be gone in one last grand gesture, after which they will retire in style. So, thoughts?
I mean, it took a long way to get there. We could have used a little more, silver. Just a little bit more. I just felt she's a MacGuffin, essentially, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I like the story though. But we could have used more silver.
Exactly. The cowboy movies referenced in this are the War Wagon, the Spoilers, the Man Who Shot Liberty Balance, and the Naked Spur.
Sure. Okay.
I know.
And I know cowboy movies. That's the crazy thing.
I know. I don't know if it's Archie. Someone's flexing there. Oh, look at how much I know.
Gotta get Archie.
Like, what did I write? Oh, yeah. All right. Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 133 from September 2000. Siege Part 2 Assault. Oh, this time writers Archie Goodwin and James Robinson. Penciler Marshall Rogers. Inkers Bob Wycheck and John Sabolier. Colors Daniel Vazzo. Letter Willie Schubert. Editors Andrew Helfer and Harvey Richards. I think we're rating Archie in here. The Demons and the Skulls, two gangs, are involved in a gunfight under a bridge when Batman swoops in and defeats both gangs in an instant. He then goes to find the gang's weapon supplier, who's doing drugs in his mansion with two women, all of them scantily clad.
Wait, you sure this is from the 70s, not the 80s? This feels a little Scarface.
I don't know. Well, again, it was written in 2000, so I mean, I guess it's set in the 70s with 80s.
Yeah, it's like somebody didn't do their research. 70s, it should be cocaine and disco balls. That is it.
Oh my.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Remember, Saturday Night Fever, 70s.
Exactly. Boogie Nights.
Scarface, 80s.
Say hello to my little friend. In the GCPD headquarters, the three of them are being processed alongside the gang members, but Commissioner Gordon does not believe it will do any good. The supplier's lawyer will get them released, and there are hundreds of suppliers out there and more buyers, even more than there were before. The next morning, Gordon is having breakfast with the mayor and Silver St. Cloud, who has convinced the mayor to okay Colonel Brass's convention for mercenaries because it's Gotham.
I mean, it's Gotham. They're like, this is the perfect place.
Who do you think you're attracting to a convention?
Well, let's be real. In real life, if this was a convention, it'd just be all those people out of the back of those magazines that think they're spies and assassins, guns for hire. But they're not. It's like Dale Gribble. They're all Dale Gribble.
Oh yeah. Oh please, you know what color hat these people are wearing. Yeah, come on.
You'd actually be surprised. Like as a person that lives in Florida that goes to gun conventions. That's a bipartisan thing in Florida.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
It's whack jobs on both sides.
That is true.
Or to quote Tim Walz, there's dipshits on both
sides. Gordon thinks it is a bad idea, but where'd Lilith go? Lilith disappeared. All right. Shall I kill time? So, yeah, like I said, kids, last time. Well, 2 episodes ago, because you heard Justin last time. Yeah. Oh.
Don't mind me. Keep going.
Okay. It's like, where'd she go? Gordon thinks it is a bad idea, but the mayor says the gang war is scaring away business. The one thing mercenaries aren't is afraid. And maybe a successful convention will convince others that Gotham is safe.
Wait. Is this LA? You know.
Maybe we have these
All the
gunship.
homeless people are scaring everyone away. Have you tried helping your homeless population? No? Okay.
We're not busting them the metropolis.
Exactly.
Silver shows Gordon her plans for the event's security, which impresses him as the restaurant's maitre d' notices Bruce in disguise and escorts the unfamiliar man off the premises. Bruce retreats to the Batcave in the Wayne Foundation, but his injury and bad coffee force him to leave the Batcave and search for Alfred, who has to go all the way to Wayne Manor to find Alfred staring up at the portrait of Thomas and Martha Wayne. Boy, he's reminiscent about that throuple. Alfred believes Bruce moved to the Wayne Foundation
No,
because
he's like, they left me with their kid, not their money. What the heck? Lost his nipple for nothing.
Can you imagine? That's that dark take. That's why Alfred helps him be Batman, because if Bruce dies first, Alfred gets all the money.
Exactly.
No. Yes. Wait in the gunfire on a nightly basis. Yes, sir. I'll help you.
He thinks about using the guy. He's like, no. That would soil your parents' memory. Don't do that. Don't do the logical thing.
No. You're Bat-God. Get out there. Yeah.
Stoking the fires of that psychosis. I love it. That's my headcanon, and I don't care.
Alfred believes Bruce moved to the Wayne Foundation because he was fleeing his past, and he says Bruce's grandfather, Jack, constructed Wayne Manor to be a constant.
He built it brick by brick.
We built this city on old white money.
Exactly.
Nightbird drives Colonel Brass into Gotham City and drops him off in an abandoned monorail station where he meets his his other partner, Priest. They climb to the top where Oates and Struther are hiding weapons underneath garbage. The four
Oates, what now?
That's what I said. I love their music in the 70s. The four discuss their plan to distract Batman and Gordon with the gang wars while they make a fortune looting Gotham with the mercenaries Brass has hired. Priest appreciates his plan, but he wishes he had the opportunity to fight Batman himself.
Babes.
You're an old man. What are you doing?
It's on his bucket list.
Let's do a celebrity boxing match. Come on. Bruce runs into Silver St. Cloud at the Wayne Foundation, and she admits that she deliberately came by to see him. He confronts her about the suddenness of their breakup. Silver suggests they try again, but Bruce is distracted by the bat signal and walks away. In the Batcave, Alfred tells Bruce that a sensor went off at one of the mob-affiliated legitimate businesses he keeps watch on. A
legitimate businessman.
A waste disposal plant owned by the Bandazzi family. Batman stops an attempt by the Abonzi's enemy gang to blow up their property and frame them for arson, preventing them from using the plant and from collecting the insurance money. As Colonel Brass and Nightbird move to enact their plan, they remember how he became aware of the spur line. As a child on the streets, he came to the attention of Jack Wayne by getting into fights with his bribed police officers, and Jack hired him as a soldier who kept an eye on Jack's slum business project, even exposing his site manager for stealing materials. Jack took a shine to Brass, comparing him negatively to his less athletic and more compassionate son, Thomas. But eventually Brass began to go too far. In the present, Brass and his followers arrive in an abandoned monorail station underneath the convention center where Silver is finishing up her preparations. Brass's appearance surprises her, but he says he has only come for a once-over and that she should get some rest. I'm going to come and I'm going to go. Silver goes, but as she leaves, she remembers that there's only one way in or out. Hail. And the guard on duty should
be for her. Making boundaries.
And the guard on duty should have informed her of a surprise visitor. She is prepared to write it off as sloppiness when she overhears Brass and Struther talking, discussing how they entered through the spur line stop underneath. Brass reminisces that even back then, Jack Wayne disapproved of how he used the spur line. Two of Brass's men, disguised as security guards, notice her, and they attempt to grab her. Silver manages to escape and run into the Wayne Foundation. She asks the security guard on duty to get her a bruise, but it's Brass. He yanks her over the security desk, oh boy, and gives Silver the chance to slam her hand down on the buttons and set off the alarm, which rings throughout the building.
That escalated quickly.
I know. I'm like, is this any better than Kevin Smith, man? Really?
No, it's still better. At least it's got more story plot and it's sensical.
I know, but we're
not skipping time and
we're roughing over Silver again. But
you think she learned her lesson? I'm starting to think she likes it. Not to be a victim blamer or nothing, but
yeah. I mean, anybody who voluntarily lives or visits Gotham, so, you gotta question their motives there. So this is always a possibility, I guess. She's like, what the hell? What the hell? I'm about to F the Batman again. How am I not safe? All right. All right. So part 3. Oh yes, I was looking. I believe 4 doesn't have a synopsis, but every other part does, which you're laying down on the job, DC fandom. All right.
How does a Batman story not have a synopsis? Like, DC Wiki fans, get it together.
And it's issue 4 of a 5-issue arc. It's like, why would you just stop in the middle there?
The penultimate issue. How dare you?
Maybe they were getting drunk during that one. Who knows?
I don't blame them, actually.
All right. So Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 134, October 2000. Siege Part 3, Breach. Archie Goodwin's back as the only writer. Marshall Rogers penciler. Bob Wycheck inker. Colors Daniel Vazzo and Wooly Schubert letterer. Batman watches from above as Silver St. Cloud is carried to an ambulance. Oh, he's about to beat someone's ass.
Somebody about to get it.
He's
and it ain't Silver.
You know what? Oh, someone C-blocked the Batman. Oh, they're in trouble.
It's not gonna end good for you, homie.
No. All kinds of sexual frustrations about to get taken out on your face. Shut up. He decides to stay out later, past dawn, to catch a gang of gun smugglers. He catches their leader, Toffee, and interrogates him about his stabbing across town, which he believes was committed by Toffee's brother, Treacle.
Oh, that's not a good name at all.
I know.
Rhymes with fecal. Definitely not a good
name. That's right, because we called him the little, you know what. Commissioner Gordon interrupts his interrogation to tell him that Treacle Makepeace is dead. Treacle chose the wrong side of the gang war, and he was killed before Silver St. Cloud was attacked. Gordon warns Batman about his anger, saying he might burn out when they need him most, and he asks him to go back to wherever he calls home and rest. Alfred Pennyworth.
It's like, Boo, you looking tired. I might need you.
Oh my. Alfred Pennyworth is cleaning Wayne Manor when he hears a noise. It turns out to be Bruce, who regrets moving back to the manor when he served Gotham City better from the penthouse. Alfred urges him to go to bed. He'll see everything more clearly in the morning. Colonel Brass is at the convention center talking to reporters. One asks him about the attack on Silver last night, but Brass only says that Silver will want them to carry on. Brass and his followers leave the reporters behind and go out onto the roof to wait for their helicopter. Brass admires the sounds of the police sirens responding to the gang war they started, but this isn't the true battle, the one he's waited a lifetime to fight. Flashback again. Years ago, Brass is in a boat with a Mr. Scabetta and his friend smuggling alcohol during Prohibition. While the United States Coast Guard bears down on them. When his friend is shot, Brass shoves him out of the boat, and Brass and Scabetta continue to Brass's new suggestion for a hideout, the future Batcave. He suggests building an amusement park overhead to keep the police from investigating their actions too closely. But Jack Wayne owns the property, not him. bootlegging. What is this? What is this, Spider-Man?
I think this is a reference that they're the Kennedys because that's how they made their money.
Era. Oh, okay. Era. Brass goes to meet Jack, but their conversation is cut short when Jack is hit by a car. I think I've heard that joke. Thomas Wayne emerged.
Batmobile lost its wheel. Wait, it's not December yet. Sorry.
Two bootleggers having a conversation. See, one gets hit by a car. Thomas Wayne emerges just in time to see his father get hit, and while Brass chases after Smitty, the driver, Thomas applies first aid, saving Jack's life. In the hospital, Jack seems to appreciate his bookish son for the first time. He tells Brass he handled the business while he's recovering. He hasn't let Jack down yet. Brass quickly proves himself a violent, heavy-handed manager, just like Lilith, and he handles a labor strike with violence.
My employees love me, I'll have you know.
I know.
The surveys say so. The anonymous, non-anonymous surveys say so.
I was going to say, those things aren't really anonymous, huh? Strike with violence and threatens the employee who questions his actions. When Jack returns, he comments that Brass didn't handle things the way he would have, but now that he's back, he will do things his way, and he'll stop putting off his passion project, Wayne Manor, which he begins building on the site Brass intended for his amusement park. When Brass, well, trust me, kid, it's going to be an amusement park. When Brass reveals that he intended the land for and the illegal means with which
got a dinosaur and a big penny and everything.
Butler parties. Jack calls him out for his ties to mobsters, and he blames himself for steering Brass astray. Jack rejects the gold bullion Brass got as a down payment from the mobsters, and Brass angrily throws the bars down into the foundation of the house. Brass storms off. Back in the present, Bruce finds a book titled Wayne Construction Designs. Wow, that's convenient. Which he remembers.
They've got their hands in everything.
Hey, why do you think Silver's back? Which he remembers from his childhood and believes could help him now. He drives off, determined to move back to the penthouse after this is over. Batman returns to his work as Brass, in his helicopter with his followers, starts the real war, blowing up a building downtown. All right. Thoughts?
Wait, there's buildings left in downtown Gotham?
Well, again, this is pre-crisis. Come on. We're not complete animals yet. All right. So, thoughts or move along?
Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull up the issue because there's no synopsis on this one.
Well, you know what they say. If it's not there, it's up to you to do it.
Oh, my. You know what Lil says. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
I think Thanos had a point sometimes. I'm just saying.
Oh, my. With the big love. All right. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, 135. Siege Part 4, Battle. Archie Goodwin. Yeah, same team. All right. Let's get this. Pull up the issue here, kids. There we go. All right. So, wow. That's a lot of dialogue.
Like, who wrote this? Bendis?
Boy, you'd think this thing was published, earlier. That's the other thing. I think that's the other thing that threw me off. Like all the text, I was like, damn, yeah, you don't get this in a modern. I don't think you even had this by the year 2000 most times. So yeah, we can actually get Batman doing some detective work.
Aww.
I know. Putting together clues, and then he follows the old monorail track to and then goes to that site of that convention. Oh, look at that. Oh my lord, the one of the booths at that convention, Weeby Guns. Jeez.
Okay, I'm starting to think Gotham is in Florida.
Exactly.
Sorry, Jersey, we might have to take this one from you.
It's pretty much. And Batman searching the convention. He's like, there's supposed to be guns here, but he's like, where are the guns? It's And then he's thinking, oh, Silver was the one who put this all together, but it's obvious what brought her into danger.
Duh.
Then he sees the signal, so Boo's calling him again.
You know what? Bruce Wayne's epiphanies are freaking basic as hell.
Batman, the basic detective.
His name should be Captain Obvious, actually, sometimes.
Batman is so basic, and as I say, that's somewhere Ray just got a raging, you know what?
He just got a fun tingle up his spine. Somebody's talking smack about Batman. Gotta find it.
Got a little tingle in the stepping stones, yeah.
Not the stepping stone.
Hey, don't you kink shame him.
Never.
Oh my God, he's like, dearie me. Oh my God, me and Dave Finn were just making fun of him. We're like, oh yeah, he's shaking that deck at the devil and stuff.
Leave poor Ray alone.
Oh, he loves it. You see the like big, huge ass grin on his face when you talk about him playing with his deck and slapping it on the table.
Oh my. No, talk about somebody that needs supervision. I thought we were bad. I might have to send some adult supervision over to that bad babysitter's club. I don't know if I can keep paying them to babysit you on Saturdays, Phil.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I love Dave Finn. Hey, can I say something? I'm like, can I ever stop you? All right, so yeah, and then hey, look, I guess the Brass's gang decided to get bold, so they just started shooting up the city. Of course, Batman swoops down and starts kicking some ass.
Finally.
Exactly.
It took long enough to get to this point.
And I love what Batman says he'd have like answers in an hour, and Gordon's like 59 minutes. What's up?
Like, you can't be so literal, James.
And then Brass is got his eyes set on Wayne Manor. And another flashback.
Yeah, they love their flashbacks in this one.
Oh my Lord. But yeah, what do you think about all this Jack Wayne stuff?
Oh. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I figured that their money was more generational than just 2 or 3, but
I don't know. Yeah. Well, again, it's like depends who's telling the story. Because I mean, there's been stories that that cave's been used for the Underground Railroad.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's my that's where I'm at for my timeline is canon.
That is, I mean, that cave is the holding this whole timeline together. I mean, but I mean the Underground Railroad. Now there's bootleggers using that cave. I mean, all kinds of stuff went through that cave.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, I kind of like that. Like, he's not that far removed from the normal people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or at least on his dad's side. Maybe that's the whole point. Like, his mom is definitely old money, more than 3 generations. Vanderbilt, Rockefeller status. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
his dad, as a doctor, maybe upper middle, that whole thing. I could see it.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I just feel like that big dinosaur actually is covering up real dinosaur bones.
I'm pretty sure. That's where he gets the oil for the Batmobile.
Oh, true.
Crude oil.
What?
Gotta be self-sufficient, baby. It's got some oil rig out on the freaking harbor of Gotham.
Exactly. All right. Should we get to the last part?
Yeah.
Since we just talked the penultimate, take a drink, future love.
We'll do, Buckaroo.
All right. So Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 136 from December 2000, Siege Part 5, Defense.
I was in high school struggling. Anyway.
Struggling with what?
A lot, Phil. A lot.
Oh my God, he broke up with me. That's right, kids.
High school is hell for everybody. Don't tell you anything different.
Cheerleader problems. All right. Wayne Manor has just been breached by several thieves. One of these thieves talks on the radio, but he does not get a response from his other partners. One of the thieves finally responds. Priest! The first thief tells Priest that Strother and Oates aren't responding. Something's wrong. Suddenly, the Batman flies in. On the roof of Wayne Manor, 2 other thieves explode the roof and make their own entrance. The 2 hop down. The man, Colonel, admires the building. The woman thief he is with says she will take point. Back with the Batman, the hero leaps through the window as Priest exclaims with excitement. The thief has longed for a fight with Batman. The intruder shoots his crossbow, only for Batman to catch the arrow in his hand. Priest shoots 2 more
Now,
shots.
that is some Bat God level stuff right there.
Exactly. Priest shoots 2 more shots, but Batman catches both without breaking a sweat.
It's on that juice.
Out of arrows, the henchman pulls out his knife and charges at the Dark Knight. They begin to.
He's like, a knife? That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's a knife. No, this is vengeance.
Oh no. You don't want to hear Batman say that.
I know. You'll hear that Nirvana playing next.
Are you crying? Why are you crying? But that's your eyeliner smudged. Okay. I'm sorry.
I have vengeance. Okay, guy liner. With the other thief, Colonel, he is walking with his partner, whom he addresses as Nightbird. The 2 are walking down a strange crypt when Nightbird asks about the gold. The Colonel says that there is no gold. They have a goal. The mission is to destroy Wayne Manor, not steal anything from it.
Gold, not gold, stupid.
No, I said
booster.
No, I said hand me the buoys. Back with Batman, the 2 continue to fight. Batman knocks Priest to the ground, but the villain gets back up and charges at the hero. He misses miserably, though, and Priest flies out the window to his death.
Ooh.
Exactly. In the crypt, Batman arrives and makes his presence known to Colonel and Nightbird. Colonel takes out his pistol and fires into the rafters, trying to hit the hero. The man demands Nightbird shoot at the Dark Knight, but she refuses, saying that she kills for a fee and not for fun.
Never do something for free if you're good at it.
Oh my. Fear says partner, Colonel opens fire on Nightbird, killing her in 3 shots. Her body then falls off of the platform they're on. To even the odds, Batman throws a batarang and knocks the weapon out of Colonel's hands. The Dark Knight descends from the ceiling, ready to fight the man in a fair fight. Colonel Brass changes the topic. He says how he knows that Batman and Bruce Wayne are one and the same. Oh, you're dead. Wayne is shocked.
Nobody can know my secret.
Exactly. He begins to know who told him. The Colonel says the only person who told him was Thomas Wayne. What?
Oh? Why did you say that name?
Told you not to play with that Ouija board, kid. Brass flashes back to the party that the Waynes are hosting. Thomas Wayne has just fulfilled his father's dying wish. Uses Brass's dirty money to do something good. Wayne, with the money, made the Wayne Foundation. Suddenly, a younger Colonel Brass appears with one of his spies. They are ready for their plan. Brass and his team take out their pistol and demand people's valuables. Brass recalls how they didn't go for the money, just for Thomas Wayne. Brass took aim at Wayne. Suddenly, fate comes into play. One of the Colonel's spies takes Martha Wayne's brooch.
Uh-oh.
Thomas Wayne, not afraid to fight back, punches the thief. The man accidentally shoots his gun, and the bullet hits Colonel Brass in the shoulder. The crowd explodes with fear and begins to evacuate the building. The police arrive, and Thomas Wayne is busy beating up the party-crashing henchmen. The Colonel, wounded, makes a retreat as he runs from the cops and all the craziness. Back in the present day, Colonel Brass says that he determined that Batman was Bruce Wayne because Thomas Wayne had the same exact fighting style. Really?
I don't think that tracks, but okay.
So Thomas Wayne had the same fighting style as his son, who traveled the world learning all these different fighting. Okay.
It's in his DNA.
Your knuckles felt familiar. The 2 share a brief conversation where Brass admits that he's dying. He has to finish his goal now. Wayne offers Brass mental help, but the Colonel only springs his gauntlets to show dull shivs. Schnicked, bub. Batman avoids hurting the dying man until he realizes that this is exactly how Silver St. Cloud was hurt. Wayne punches Brass in the jaw. The 2 continue to fight, but then Batman is tackled by a large, muscled man.
He's like, you're not Superman, but you'll do.
Tackled by a large, muscled man. What is this, a night at Lil's house?
Relatable content, finally.
The large henchman is revealed to be the henchman that flew out of the window earlier in the story, Priest. He somehow survived with minimal injuries. Anyway, Batman and Priest duke it out, with Batman obviously winning. Brass gets the Dark Knight's attention, and the battle is put on pause. Colonel Brass announces that he has just rigged the cave they are in to blow. Brass clicks the detonator, and Batman glides out alive. On the ground, Batman finds Alfred walking towards him. He is hurt. The butler has a bruise under his eye, and he is walking with a limp. Alfred states that one of the intruders attacked him in the cellar, but Alfred managed to beat him.
Alfred was listening to that 50 Cent song. He's like, many men wish death upon him. He got hit, man. You can't kill Alfred unless you're a writer with no sense.
Tom King. Wayne explains to Alfred that Brass didn't know when he built the Batcave, he reinforced all the caverns under Wayne Manor. The explosion did almost nothing to the house. Oh my God, that was the other joke, because I forget why, but Ray brought up Tom King, and I had Dave laughing. I said, "What? Ray's just naming his favorite Batman writers now?" Oh, dearie me. In the Wayne Manor kitchen, Bruce Wayne apologizes to Alfred for his thoughts towards the house. Wayne Manor is very important to him, and he doesn't want to move. Wayne tells Alfred that he has just one more errand for him. The scene shifts to the hospital. Bruce is helping Silver St. Cloud as she is in the hospital. She asks why Bruce Wayne didn't come himself. Alfred says that Wayne didn't think it was a good idea. St. Cloud says that she is leaving tomorrow. If Bruce wants to see her before then, he's welcome. Alfred says that he will convey the message and leaves the hospital room. The next day in the airport, Silver St. Cloud, disappointed that Bruce Wayne never talked to her to say goodbye, gets on her plane and leaves.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I wonder why they didn't use Silver St. Cloud in the Nolan trilogy. Instead of making up a character. It's weird.
Exactly. Back at the airport, Wayne watches her plane take off, holding the glass with a depressed look on his face. Aww. All right, thoughts?
This turned out better for Silver, at least.
Yeah, she makes it out alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
know. I wish that we would have spent more time with Silver and Bruce, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just like bootlegging bad grandpa.
Exactly. I really don't care about Jack Wayne. Give us more Silver.
That's a fun constructed story, though, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not what I was expecting when, you see Silver St. Cloud. You're just like, okay, this is flashback exposition. No, I want to see them talk and reconcile. What do you mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Again, if this had been a 70s story, I think we would have got more Silver. I mean, did we read one? Yeah, he comes in and she's like, just get out of the shower or something. Again,
yeah,
it was Silver.
Like this little free spirit. Like, it's just something about the dynamic between those two, because she's from old money. They're like, they've known each other forever. Like, it's just a different dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's like the other end of the spectrum from Catwoman. Yeah, she's not like Batman. She's more like Bruce Wayne. Yeah, she comes from money.
And they just don't really toy with that a lot.
No, not anymore.
Well, we barely get Bruce anymore anyway, so.
Well, Bruce Wayne's just the mask.
Well, babe, you still got to be in public, You're still literally a celebrity.
Exactly. It's not Batman 89 anymore. People do recognize you.
And like, in this day and age, a billionaire can't be a recluse. I'm sorry. You just can't do it.
No.
I know what all the crown princes of Saudi Arabia look. I'm just saying.
Oh, why?
They're out and about. They're giving the people with it. If you have $1 billion, there's an expectation. You got to be out and about flaunting it.
Well, I don't think. Well, again,
the pros need entertainment. Okay.
At least the paparazzi or whoever's going to be taking pictures of you.
I don't think there's any paparazzi in Gotham personally. It's just all Clark Kent. He just comes in, clicks all the pictures, makes all the money.
You don't think there's any Nick Katzenbergs in Gotham?
No, definitely not. Nick Katzenberg was a coward. He'd never make it 2 hours in Gotham.
I don't know, man. Someone that offers enough money.
Maybe Betty Brant, maybe.
Oh, my. Oh, can you imagine if Silver St. Cloud, they revealed she was behind a bunch of stuff? And
actually, that's why Kevin Smith had to kill her. That's why he had all that stuff cut out.
No, that's how you bring her back. You reveal she was behind a bunch of bad stuff, but then she already had it preset. In the event of her death, her lackeys take her to a Lazarus pit and throw her in. F you, Kevin Smith.
Somebody's got to fix it, man. Hearing problem. Somebody's got to fix that Silver St. Cloud problem, please.
Superior Puss never dies.
Superior Puss.
Exactly. They say a cat has 9 lives. I'm just saying.
Oh my! The cat.
Superior Puss.
All right. So
On that note,
should we talk some new stuff real quick?
yeah, let's do it.
I'm sure you didn't read the new Harley Quinn.
No, but you can tell me about it briefly.
All in. It's not bad. New creative team. It's back. It's back to street level. She finds out the old neighborhood she used to live in that used to be pretty like a bad neighborhood's getting, I don't know if it's like gentrified or this big business is moving in, so she's basically moved back here to help the little people. Oh, I don't know if this is, she kind of got like a new costume. I don't know if this is sticking around, but
Oh, that was the actual costume?
I guess, yeah, because you kind of see it on the cover.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if it's going to outlast this story or not, but I mean, at least she's not scantily clad.
I mean, that was the only thing really keeping me mildly interested.
I mean, couldn't you do a thing?
I heard what they said. The part of the city she moves into is like Cutthroat Hill, and I'm just like, oh, could you try any harder to?
I know. I was like, really? Oh yeah.
But it's gentrified, so it's okay. She's kicking out the gentrifiers. See, woke Gen Z and Alpha will love this.
And she's fighting big business. Yeah.
Like late stage capitalism is the worst, where they can't even recognize the irony.
I mean, it seems like a lot of the like recent Harley runs is like, they're trying to make her a hero for the millennials or whoever.
No, definitely not the millennials. The millennials want her back with Joker. I mean, not me.
Oh yeah.
Not me, but a good hefty chunk. Because she's lost the plot. She's got to get back to her roots.
Yeah, it almost feels like they don't know what to do with her a lot of times if she's not with like Joker or Poison Ivy.
She's just a loose cannon's what she is.
Yep.
Some people ship her with Nightwing, and I just want to vomit a little bit.
Well, because of that animated thing.
I just want to vomit a little bit.
I know.
Anyway, let's see. You want to talk Batman, the Brave and the Bold, number 18?
Sure.
What is going on?
What?
It's so much. And then I was like, oh, they actually got some Aquaman and some Miss Martin. I'm like, okay, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, I know. And we wrapped up that Constantine and Streaky story.
I know, it's just like Streaky gets action in the Batman Brave and the Bold, but not the actual owner's book. Okay, that's fine.
I know Streaky's games like getting
Streaky's out there doing Streaky's thing.
Streaky's getting more play than the owner these days.
It's wild, but I thought it was really cute. I had a good time with this book. We need more anthology books, I think, where we don't have to be worried about too much. I think like when you give the writers that chance to have fun, they take it and run with it every time in such an interesting way.
You know what? I'm thinking now. I think this might be like the more modern version of Legends of the Dark Knight instead of like arcs that take place out of continuity. They're just doing anthologies now.
Yeah, I think it's serving the writers in a better way. And honestly, didn't even bat an eyelash that it was $8.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
we had a lot of good writers and a lot of good artists on this one. So
yeah, but I did like the Batman story, and then the
Batman story is good, but like I'm always surprised about the other stories that they choose and why.
Yeah, I know. Well, again, Batman's the name Batman selling stuff,
of course. So you got to at least give them something in the beginning.
Exactly. And then that Robin story with Killer Moth.
It's just like they hurt us. We were kind of joking, but if you want to do it, do it. Well, Killer Moth at the time. They're like, there was an uptick in Killer Moth for some reason a couple of months ago. Do you think we should do a Killer Moth story?
There was 1 month where Killer Moth mentions went through the roof.
By that we mean it was like at least 5.
And they all seem to come from the northeast of the United States.
Exactly.
Scream at.
But yeah, I was kind of annoyed with the book at first. Like I didn't know really what they were going to, because Brave the Mole means something different to certain people depending on what generation you are. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I know exactly.
I was just like, okay, let me see what they're actually going to do with this one. And they've been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I still miss our old anthology series, but it's fine.
I know.
You want to do Detective?
Sure.
1090?
Yeah.
Again, like we were saying earlier, like I can't believe we're almost at 1100.
I know.
I wonder what they're gonna do for it.
I don't know.
They probably won't do anything for it like they did for the 1,000, but it's still a big accomplishment.
Yeah, because
they really didn't do much for the 1050.
So yeah, because it'll be next year. It'll be next year, but I mean, what the Batman's 85th is this year. So yeah, I don't know.
You know, honestly, if you're not a collector, you wouldn't even know it was the 85th anniversary.
I know.
Like all the toys are like 85th anniversary, all the merch, 85th anniversary, the books. Who cares? It's weird. I think it's weird.
I know. I don't know what they're doing. Again, like we said, a lot of the anniversaries they seem to skip over the last few years.
It's like that's the one thing I don't want you to skimp out on. That is what I actually save up my money for every 5 years. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
I want hardcovers. I want re-releases. I want omnibuses that I've never seen before. You know?
Yeah.
I want one-shots. I want an album. You know, like I got a little library to maintain here. And actually, we need a new encyclopedia while I'm manifesting here. That one's real outdated, guys.
Exactly.
Also, the Marvel one, they haven't put out a new one in a while.
Oh,
either.
True.
They just don't care about the real fans that are into that stuff anymore because they don't want to care about their continuity. I feel like everybody doesn't care about continuity anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't want to be like, hey, look at what continuity we're not sticking to.
I still think it's cool to do it.
Yeah.
To pretend like you have some semblance of of control and planning things out. I'm just saying.
We've been together a long time, Lilith. They're sick of faking it.
Oh, well, there you go. So I 1090. I'm so sick of the floating heads of guilt. Like if somebody mentions Thomas and Martha one more freaking time, I'm so sick of that death. I mean, God, I thought Uncle Ben had action.
Yeah, I'm like
Peter Parker said this.
I know. I'm like, I liked it, but I'm just like, really, we're coming at Thomas and Martha Wayne from another angle. I'm like, how many
there's no other angle to come from. We've been here 1 billion times.
It's like, well, what about this thing you didn't ever know they did?
It's like Wolverine at this point. We're living in between the pages of that 20-second interaction
because
of a traumatized 8-year-old boy. You know
it's
what
the
I
same
mean?
thing. Yeah, it's the same thing with Spider-Man, Batman, all of it. It's basically like, oh, here's the secret conspiracy you didn't know about.
This is like worse than the freaking first 3 seasons of The Flash, where every like season finale we had to watch his mom die from a different angle and another future Flash. I can't take it anymore, man.
Hey,
Let those people rest in peace. Okay.
We got his dad out of jail. Oh, he's dead.
What a waste. What a waste of butter
I know.
of John Wesley Shipp. I'll never forgive them.
I mean, I'm willing to give Tom Taylor the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, this is his take. This is how he sees it, I guess. And like, this is gonna be like, I guess he needs to like set the motivation for what his Batman's gonna be, I guess. But babe, starting off with Thomas and Martha Wayne, literally, I get the whole Batman v Superman. Why'd you say that name? I can't take it anymore.
I know. But I love Mikhail Janon's art on this.
Yes. They knew they ate a little bit with giving him that artist for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was like, I'm excited. I mean, again, I was kind of waiting for that last
setup, and I don't know how I feel about the villain though.
Yeah, again, we don't know a lot about the villain yet, but yeah.
I think there needs to be an editorial ban on trying to make a mark. I think you need to just stay within the canon confines for a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I think Thomas and Martha have to go in the Joker category. It's like, let's maybe take a break from them for a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think they have editors over there anymore. Everybody's just doing what they want to do. They gave them the initiative and said, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Seems pretty much that's what they're doing. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But that's okay. Like I'm still willing to give him a chance to see where it goes, but he better not come back to this for the rest of his run. That's all I know.
Yeah. Because again, he just kind of gave like a twist to Dick Grayson's origin too. So I was just
it's like,
boy, we're coming out of the gate with the Bruce Wayne one now. Okay,
trying a little too hard there, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. All right, and also we got, before we ran out of time, the last issue of Death in the Family. Robin Liz.
Yes. How do we feel?
I liked it. Again, I thought it was interesting what they did. You know,
it gave me Batman Beyond vibes. That's all.
Yeah, especially like at the end when they show where everyone kind of goes from there and stuff. And
yeah, I like this little. Sorry, wrong company, but I like this little what if story.
Yeah.
This is literal. This is not an Elseworlds tale. This is a what if story.
And they kind of leave it open at the end where they could cut.
Oh, they're coming back to this well, my friend. They're coming back.
I was gonna say, did it sell? Did it do good numbers? Because I could see them.
Well, it's JM, so of course.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I could see them saying,
and the Jason, you know what? The real true Jason Todd fans really like this story too. I mean, Jason was always a little off his rocker anyway, you know, even though I feel like Bruce actually related more to Jason, but still kind of like, and because of that, he kind of treated him like literally the redheaded stepchild a little bit. But that loss, he literally almost did kill the Joker. Everybody forgets that. Everybody likes to casually gloss over it. Superman literally had to stop him. People always forget it, but so like that tells you a lot. He wouldn't do it for Damian. That's all I know.
Well, yeah,
I know.
You know what? Now that you said it, yeah, pre-crisis Jason was more like Dick, but then post-crisis Jason, yeah, definitely it was a Bruce.
Yeah, so I like that dynamic, and I found this like really interesting because I felt like he took the dynamic, kind of gave it a mix of both. So yeah, I mean, I liked it, but this is very much a what if story.
Oh yeah,
anywhere else, because Elsewhere Tales just kind of have a different vibe. And we haven't really had a proper one in a long time.
I mean, I would love for him to come back to this and do more of this because, again, I mean,
it's interesting. Like, yeah, the whole like, what's the big sticking point?
It's almost
like, what if Crisis never happened? Where would we be? Kind of thing, almost.
Exactly. Yeah, because again, you left it open with Jason. Especially, I want to see him explore where they left Dick at the end of this.
Yeah, I was like, oh my.
And Bruce, I mean, his
I can see it for Bruce.
Bruce's retirement plan.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good book.
Yes.
I'm glad they only made it 4 though.
Yeah,
that gives them an opportunity to still have ideas. You know what I mean? Like I feel like 4 is good, solid. You get 1 to start, 2 to really give the meat and potatoes of the story, and then you can finish strong with the 4th. I feel like that's a pretty good formula.
I wouldn't be surprised if 2025 we didn't get a sequel to this.
I'd probably say they're probably going to give it 2 years if they are going to give it a sequel. Let it marinate.
Yeah, or at least maybe give us an announcement like, oh, hey, no more's on the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's if he even wants to go back to the well, you know?
I'm trying to remember. He might have said something about another Batman project, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
I like getting in his head in this world. It was pretty interesting look, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
yes, because Nightwing 119 came out, but you can listen to me and Kristen on
Nightwing News. I prefer Kristen's take. No offense.
If you want the more upbeat,
you can tell her I said so.
If you want the more upbeat take, yes, check out Nightwing News with Kristen and not Lilith Hellfire.
All right, well, I guess we can wrap it up. Give the kiddies their homework.
All right, so yes, kids, next 2 weeks, more Silver St. Cloud, as we cover Batman Dark Detective 1 through 3 next week. Batman.
We got to clean up the mess Kevin Smith made.
Exactly. Batman Dark Detective 4 through 6, and then it'll be the end of the month again, and Justin will join me for another Azrael episode. boy, I don't know if he wants to come back and talk more Batman with us because he was like, "You got the schedule done for next year?" He's like, "I want to see what you're doing so I can pick up, something to
He
drop
can
in
just
on."
jump in. Doesn't need a special occasion. He's more than welcome.
Well, I think I don't know. He wants to. Well, I will tell you there is another Meow May next month on both sides, so don't be surprised if he's back for more Catwoman.
Is that our new gobble gobble?
I mean, like I say, if nothing else, it's popular with Justin, so yeah.
Don't forget to change Marvel Tales to TA.
Oh yes. Oh no, we're not doing any over there.
Oh,
Ah.
we can do some Tiger. Come on.
We did
Way
this.
back into the fold with that one.
I know. We did it last year, but yeah, I forget what we got. But, oh well, man, we're packed. Again, we got so many Marvel movies too. Thunderbolts.
I can't relate.
Oh. All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts on all of those. On the especially on the Dark Detective, because tell us how much you love Silver. You know what? I don't think I should tell Dave Finn to read that because he's always about. If I say there's a hot female lead, he'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm in." All right, so send us your thoughts. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get the brand new Capes Lunatics merch, the classic Capes Lunatics merch. And of course, rain random money on us through the Cash App link so Lilith Hellfire doesn't have to bury you in the mansion somewhere.
Make it rain.
And of course, subscribe to our Patreon where you get exclusive, uncensored content every month from Lilith and I. And of course, if you're a patron, you get to request topics for discussion. So please subscribe now and get all that. So you can find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network or patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. And you can't find Lilith anywhere. She scrubbed her presence from the internet, so suck it.
Your whole family can suck it.
I think I played that. Was that the one I played? And Dave Finn's like, I love that energy. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, 2 more weeks of Silver coming here soon. Next 2 weeks. All right. And remember, kids. Your family made money off bootlegging. Well, your family might have run for president.
More people than you might know.
I thought there was going to be some like overwhelming theme to show like why they finally moved out of the manor, but
Because he's too lazy. He hates traffic. That's it. That's
no,
the
that's
answer.
true. Closer to his boo, yeah. All right, kids. So come back and join us next time. Remember to join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We're the night.
We're the night. Batman Podcast. Never gets old.
Silver bells.
Oh no.